Alright, so chapter 133 is now officially out, and it was a pretty interesting, character-driven chapter to say the least. We got some more insight on Ruby's feelings at the moment, and Kana tries to help her out in a rather unexpected way. Also, in terms of the anime, we also got this amazing key visual for season 2. It's basically strongly hinting at the Tokyo Blade arc that's set to come next, and it's already looking like a masterpiece. But yeah, back to the manga. The chapter itself starts off with Ruby filming some scenes as I. She's ordered to repeat the scene again, and again. We can see that throughout her cheerful expressions, she's sweating and clearly tired. Thankfully, they let her take a short break. But not too long after, Kana then comes over and offers Ruby some water, which she takes cause she really needs it. She looks tired as hell. But then we see that she's remembering Nino's words from the last chapter, that the real I would never say something like that. It's pretty clear that's been stuck in her head, and now Ruby isn't sure she knows what kind of person her mother really was, or what emotions she had. Ruby then turns to Kana and asks what she should do. Kana then explains what her impression of Nino was. To her, the real Nino was someone full of both hate and love. Nino continued to just relentlessly hate while also being completely obsessed with I, even after she's been dead for years. Her love of I was essentially born out of hatred. Crazy stuff. Kana also knows the feeling of jealousy though, so she can act using those feelings. However, it's likely difficult for Ruby due to the high expectations. It's just difficult to understand Ai's mindset unless you had experienced something similar to what she had gone through. Then on the last page, Kana looks into a room to find Ruby crying as she looks at a script. She sits behind Ruby and asks why Ruby is crying, to which Ruby responds by saying that it's frustrating. Kana can understand the feeling and tells Ruby that she should just take it easy and get some rest. Ruby says not to worry about her though. She also knows that Kana wants to focus on being an actress in the future, so it would be bad for her career, most likely if this movie doesn't do well. Kana asks if Ruby is actually worried about her, and Ruby's like of course she's worried about one of her teammates. But Kana tells Ruby she'll be an actress after she leaves Bikomachi, so it shouldn't concern her anymore. However, Ruby solidifies her stance by telling Kana she's her friend, and it's only natural she'd be worried. Kana's surprised to hear this and realizes that Ruby is a very cute and straightforward person, which is why she won't be able to act just like I if she stays like this. That leads to Kana asking why Ruby's trying so hard anyways. Of course, it's because Ruby's acting as her own mother. The movie is about family and settling the past so they can move on. We actually get an image of who Ruby sees as family too. There's I, Aqua, Miyako, and even Akane. I guess it's a bit surprising to see Ruby care so much about Akane. Or maybe it's suggesting Akane and Aqua might not be done with each other just yet. You never know. But back to the chapter. Ruby says that she has to play this role no matter what. With tears in her eyes, Ruby screams that's why she really wants to understand I, so she can perform well. Hearing that, Kana knows for certain that she wouldn't even know a fraction of what Aqua and Ruby experienced, and the work they put into this movie, because that's something only those directly connected to I would know. However, we get a flashback of Kid Kana running to Gotanda during the film of the first movie I was in, and telling him she wants to be good at acting. You see, Kana's felt the same way as Ruby for a long time. It's a feeling she strongly understands. That's why there's only one thing she can do just for Ruby. She'll give Ruby a piece she can use to further understand I, but it'll be costly. It really sounds like Kana's about to make a sacrifice for Ruby. One of the panels even shows us a picture of Ruby and Kana happily together in Bikomachi, giving us a hint of what's about to happen. Resolved to do what she must, Kana stands up and speaks to Ruby. She tells Ruby that she's the only one who thinks they're actually friends. And you know what? Kana tells Ruby that she actually quit being an idol because of Ruby herself. Ruby is stunned by what Kana just said. Kana goes on to say that Kana Arima, the idol, would never be able to surpass Ruby no matter how much she tried. Since Kana knew that, she had to try her best in places Ruby wasn't at. Otherwise, Ruby would have just stole the spotlight for herself. They're just Bikomachi extras after all. Just in Ruby's shadows, complimenting her. And look at Kana's face here. I think she's really selling it. Then, to emphasize her feelings of hatred, Kana tells her that there's no way she's not wrapped up in jealousy and envy. This next look of Ruby is dark. The Staringan in her eyes are completely gone. Just pure darkness. Kana can finally see it in Ruby too. That look. It's the same emotions her mother must have felt. The genuine jealousy and envy she faced, which we get a really good depiction of with the psycho eyes Kana is drawn with. Then the despair and loneliness that came with it, which you can see in Ruby's dark eyes. Kana knows Ruby wants to truly understand Ai and put on a great performance, since Kana knows that feeling better than anyone. Kana was ready to take those feelings with her to the grave, the pathetic feelings of jealousy she really has towards Ruby, but now Kana can show it all to Ruby without hiding anything, even if it means losing her dearest friend. Then finally, on the last page, Kana puts the finishing touches with an outburst saying time and time again she wished Ruby would just disappear. Can't she just disappear already? And that's how the chapter ends. It's almost like she's repeated something similar to what Nino must have said in the past to Ai. Nino genuinely wanted Ai to disappear, and also told Ai to go to hell in her face. Kana did something similar here, and although some of it is straight from the heart, she's doing this to help probably her best friend. You know, I really respect Kana so much. She's sacrificing it all for Ruby. It's really tragic, but great storytelling at the same time. It's peak Oshinoko. I hope Ruby can one day realize that Kana was just trying to help her, but their relationship will probably be broken starting in the next chapter. It's sad because Ruby might actually be one of Kana's only friends too. However, this should be enough to help Ruby better understand what Ai must have felt. Ruby must be feeling that now too, and she should be able to use those feelings to channel the spirit of Ai. No break for next chapter either, so we'll probably be able to see the results of Kana's sacrifice soon. Also, I wonder if this will affect her relationship with Aqua. Hopefully not, especially if she tells Aqua what she did. Either way, Kana is really great in this chapter. But what do y'all think? Will Kana and Ruby ever be friends again? And is this going to be enough to help Ruby truly understand Ai? Let me know in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe. I got some more Oshinoko content here too, if you want to check it out. Peace.